The history of the multiverse is extremely checkered and complex, as much has changed over the millennia. Even though the construct of the multiverse and every universe in it continues to change with the development and progression of every life form in it, one thing seems to always remain the same: the God Realm. Beerus and Whis, while somewhat befriending the Earthlings and even training them to a certain degree, must remain impartial when it comes to situations regarding Universe 7 from fear of certain destruction and erasure by the Grand Priest, Father of the Angels, and the ruler of all things, the Omni King. While his reign may be absolute, the Omni King isn't necessarily and has never really been thought of as evil or even an antagonist, appearing as one of the most innocent characters in the series, but the point has been made multiple times, and it's been made beyond clear, that he commands respect and has the authority to delete an entire universe at will, which unfortunately was the fate of universes 13 through 18. You see, the politics of the multiverse can sort of be looked at as somewhat of a ladder or this huge sphere, with the mortal realm being at the very bottom or on one separate side of it, home to all the individual planets, all the way past Snake Way and Hell, and finally at the top is the gods. The Tournament of Power was a great demonstration on how all of the other gods and angels govern their respective universes, but not much, if anything at all, was spoken about the already erased ones, who presumably weren't brought back after 17's kind of vague wish to bring all of the erased universes back, meaning that their gods of destruction as well as the angels were thought to be gone forever since a new god would never be appointed to them. But what if there was some other way to make contact? The conclusion of the Tournament of Power, as we all remember of course, ended with Goku, Frieza, and Android 17 teaming up to finally defeat Jiren, which something a prideful being like Frieza had to be absolutely disgusted by, which sort of led to the events we saw in the Broly movie pretty much, with yet another failure to defeat the Saiyans. But Frieza will soon be the first to discover something devastating for the mortal and God realm alike in this story known as Dragon Ball Super Kai. If you guys want to check out the original fan manga for yourselves, the link to the official website will be down below in the description box, so be sure to check it out. And before the video gets started, be sure you guys have that notification bell turned on so you never miss an upload. Also, if you're enjoying the content on all things Dragon Ball, consider following me on Twitter as well to keep up to date with all Dragon Ball related content. And if you're a die-hard DBZ fan like me, we will be streaming Dragon Ball Z Kakarot later tonight over at twitch.tv/TechStarr, and show some love. But without further ado,
I got swords on my back, time my ride back. Ninjas with me, niggas going Starr, cause these bitches eating ramen noodles in the hood with my niggas.
only a few days had passed since the conclusion of the Tournament of Power, since Frieza was forced to swallow his pride and work alongside the one person he hated the most just in order to survive, which absolutely does not sit well with him. A nearby moon that's being focused is suddenly split in half, and then after a few precision high-speed slices, it's reduced to no more than rubble as we see Frieza seething over the recent events, cursing those who have humbled him already, and although he refuses to accept that he still continues to be bested, he remains with the mindset that he is the absolute greatest in the universe. A new plan has been birthed. A plan to eliminate even the gods as Frieza's hatred begins spilling over. However, from behind him, someone is eavesdropping as we see a being who resembles the Grand Priest very closely. This being, while mildly impressed with the power of the self-proclaimed Emperor, lets him know right away that despite his best efforts and whatever it may be that he's thinking of trying, this would never work in his favor, only guaranteeing his certain demise. Frieza, of course, couldn't care less about what this guy is saying, with a condescending comment asking him, "And you are?" To which he replies, "I am simply a being above your comprehension." Frieza seems to take a tad bit more interest at this point, with his anger subsiding momentarily, allowing him to be just a bit more observant for a second. The being then goes on to explain to Frieza not to get the wrong idea. He's only here because of all the ruckus, to which Frieza simply smirks as he raises his finger, and then he unleashes a questionable attack at the being he was just talking to and even manages to hit him somehow. However, Frieza is terribly ignorant if he thinks this is over, as he's left floating there in space with no trace of his opponent left. Frieza looks to move on now, but a taunting voice is heard nearby asking, "Now just what was that supposed to be?" That last attack, which was one of Frieza's signatures, was easily avoided by the being as we see him climbing out of some sort of portal that he created to maneuver away from the attack in the blink of an eye. The being then goes on to tell Frieza, My, you seem to have terribly mistaken my friend," offering to enlighten him on why all of his efforts are and will always be futile, as he tells Frieza that he is in fact an angel, and this is when Frieza's entire expression changes, shock consuming him momentarily. Back on Beerus' planet, this is when we get to see our first instance of Goku and Vegeta in this story, as right away, Goku, Vegeta, and Whis, who are all training together, all feel the same thing simultaneously, immediately alarmed by the presence of this very strange power that just popped up. Goku is first to break the silence as he asked if they felt just whatever the heck that was too, which they obviously did, but Whis seems just a tad. Vegeta's just like, wait, I know you're not leaving me here, I'm coming along as well, but Whis is actually 100% correct in saying that if any sort of serious mishap has happened, they will need Vegeta later on, so it's probably best that he stays here and remains at full power, for whatever that's worth coming up next. Upon arrival using his instant transmission as well as Whis protecting him from the vacuum of space, both Whis and Goku are absolutely shocked at what they find. What's shown next is a bizarre scene that confuses the both of them as Frieza is seen badly injured, being forced into a crater by the Angel. Goku and Whis are at a complete loss, but the minute the Angel turns around, a wicked smile forms on his face as he says to Whis, "Well, it's been quite some time, never thought I'd find you here in the 7th, and without even looking back at his opponent, the mysterious Angel destroys Frieza in the blink of an eye, blasting him to pieces along with the section of moon he was stuck in. Goku and Whis, while still in shock at what had just happened to Frieza, must remain calm as the situation has gone from bad to worse in an instant. Goku wants to know why this guy knows Whis and why he just killed Frieza like that, but on top of that, a more pressing question is how is this guy so powerful but they've never felt his energy before? This is when the being, much more serious than he was when he was just talking to Frieza, goes on to ask many things like, how is the Grand Priest and is he still just taking commands from those children, making it clear that he's been gone for some time. He then goes on to explain to Goku that he's from a time long forgotten, where some of the strongest gods and mortals that ever existed once called home. This is Murno, the Angel of the Destroyed Universe 13, the strongest angel of the pack, and the elder brother of Whis. With a devious plan in the works, Murno tells Whis sarcastically to give the rest of the family his regards, not that they would care anyway, but he leaves Whis with a much more ominous message, telling him that he certainly does intend to see him again very soon. However, this isn't the time or place to play family and catch up, but to just keep in mind that Murno is very much alive and as powerful as ever. A destroyed universe, as well as an angel not appointed to a current god of destruction, should both be obsolete, as with Murno making an appearance, this would lead me to believe that there may be an additional god of destruction to worry about as well, unless Murno is just so powerful that he can bend the divine rules. However, I think that the latter option may not be too far-fetched, as with Murno, while making quick work of Frieza is no longer a feat to go crazy over itself, the fear that he put in Whis can't be looked past, as I've never seen him look this nervous, even around Zeno and the Grand Priest. Dragon Ball Super Kai is quickly looking like one of the best storylines we've been able to dive into recently, especially since Dragon Ball Kakarot was discontinued, but the amount of creativity that was birthed from the introduction of the God Realm alone I think is enough just by itself to carry many future arcs in Dragon Ball. Murno, the elder brother of Whis, the most powerful angel of all of his siblings and the son of the Grand Priest, has made his presence known after thought to have been shut down after the destruction of his universe, but obviously Goku and Vegeta are absolutely no match for such a god. Progression and ascension is inevitable, as what was impossible for Frieza due to not only his inferior strength, but his ignorance as well, may be possible for Goku and Vegeta, as they are accompanied by Whis, and the Grand Priest must already have some knowledge of this, but if not, this has the potential to get out of hand in less than a page. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching until the end. As always, if you made it this far, you guys are the best. Down below in the comments, before you do anything else, can we please just talk about how fire Marino's fit is? I get that he has like the whole ex-angel bad guy thing going on, but I mean, other angels just don't drip like that. It is what it is. And also, what do you guys think of this story so far, to get back on topic? Dragon Ball Super Kai is just looking like one of those stories that's literally giving the people what we want, with the angels and things happening past the Tournament of Power. If you guys want to peep the original story for yourselves, the link will be down below in the description box, so be sure to go give it a ton of love and support so we can continue to see more insane storylines like this. Before we get out of here, first things first, tonight come through to twitch.tv/TechStarr. I'll be streaming Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for who knows how long. This is a long ass game, so come through, chill, say what's up. Anyways, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss the best Dragon Ball content dropping. And also, if you are enjoying the content, consider leaving a like as well. Also, don't forget to follow me on both Twitch and Twitter to keep up with me and all things Dragon Ball. But anyways, have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.